Picture this. You step out onto your balcony, your small patio, or even just that little corner by the window you've been meaning to fix up. And instead of bare walls, empty railings, or lifeless pots, you're greeted by a cascade of lush green vines spilling over the edges. Leaves climbing, flowers hanging, colors bursting in every direction. It doesn't feel like an apartment anymore. It feels like your own private jungle oasis. And here's the best part. You don't need a backyard. You don't need years of gardening experience. And you definitely don't need complicated setups to make it happen. Today, I'm going to show you 12 of the best climbing plants that grow incredibly fast in pots. These are plants that don't just survive in containers, they thrive. They climb, they spread, they transform small spaces into something alive, something beautiful, something almost unreal. And make sure you stick around, because the last plant on this list grows so fast and blooms so intensely, it might completely change how you think about container gardening. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which climbing plants to choose, how to help them grow faster, and which ones can turn even the smallest balcony into a lush vertical garden. If you enjoy content like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and drop a like. It really helps more people discover these tips. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments too. Which climbing plant would you try first? All right, let's start building your green space. At number 1, we have Morning Glory. This is one of the fastest growing climbers you can put in a container. Seriously, once it gets going, it doesn't just grow, it races. Morning Glories are known for their beautiful heart-shaped leaves and vibrant trumpet-shaped flowers that open up in the morning sunlight. Blues, purples, pinks, even whites, they create this soft, dreamy curtain of color that feels almost magical. And in pots, they perform incredibly well. Give them a simple trellis, some string, or even a balcony railing, and they'll start climbing almost immediately. Within weeks, what used to be an empty space can become completely covered in greenery and blooms. Here's a quick tip. Use a lightweight, well-draining potting mix and give them support as early as possible. The sooner they have something to climb, the faster they'll take off. If you love waking up to fresh color and movement, this is an easy yes. But if flowers aren't your main goal, the next plant might surprise you because it creates beauty without relying on blooms at all. At number 2, we have English ivy. This plant is all about lush, dense greenery. Unlike flowering vines, English ivy creates impact through texture and fullness. It climbs, it trails, it spills, it does everything you want a climbing plant to do, especially in containers. And once it starts growing, it doesn't hold back. It can climb up walls, wrap around trellises, or cascade down from hanging pots, creating that classic living wall look. What makes it even better? It thrives in shade. So if you have a balcony that doesn't get full sunlight, this is one of your best options. While other plants struggle, ivy keeps growing. Quick tip, prune it regularly. Ivy loves to spread, and in containers, a little trimming keeps it looking clean and controlled. And while ivy gives you timeless greenery, the next plant adds something completely different. Fragrance. At number 3, we have Star Jasmine. This plant doesn't just look good, it smells incredible. Star Jasmine produces delicate white star-shaped flowers that release a rich, sweet fragrance, especially in the evening. It's the kind of scent that fills an entire balcony and makes the space feel calm, almost peaceful. In containers, it grows surprisingly fast. Give it a sturdy trellis, some sunlight, and slightly moist soil, and it will climb steadily while producing glossy green leaves and clusters of blooms. One tip you'll appreciate, place it near where you sit or relax. Because when the sun goes down, that fragrance becomes even stronger. And if you think soft white flowers are impressive, wait until you see what bold tropical color looks like in a pot. At number 4, we have Bougainvillea. This plant doesn't do subtle. Bougainvillea is all about bold, vibrant color, bright pinks, purples, reds, oranges. When it blooms, it practically glows in the sunlight. And in containers, it grows fast, especially in warm, sunny conditions. With a strong support structure, it can quickly cover railings or walls, turning a plain balcony into something that feels straight out of a Mediterranean garden. The secret to success? Sunlight. Lots of it. The more sun it gets, the more intense those colors become. And here's the interesting part, it actually prefers a bit of dryness once established, so you don't have to constantly water it. Now, if bold color is your thing, you'll love this one. But the next plant takes a softer, more elegant approach. At number 5, we have clematis. Often called the queen of climbers, clematis is known for its stunning flowers and wide variety of colors, deep purples, soft pinks, bright whites, and everything in between. In containers, it creates a vertical display that feels almost magical. It climbs neatly, blooms generously, and gives you that layered look that makes a small space feel rich and full. One of the best things about clematis is its long flowering season. Depending on the variety, you can enjoy blooms for months. Here's a pro tip. Keep the roots cool. You can do this by adding mulch or planting something low growing at the base. This helps the plant focus its energy on producing flowers instead of struggling with heat. And speaking of eye-catching blooms, the next plant is impossible to ignore. At number 6, we have the trumpet vine. This one is bold, loud, impossible to miss. Trumpet vine produces clusters of bright orange to deep red flowers shaped like, you guessed it, trumpets. And in containers, it grows aggressively. Give it a sturdy trellis and it will climb quickly, filling space with thick greenery and bursts of fiery color. It loves full sun and handles heat extremely well. But here's something important. You'll need to prune it, because once it starts growing, it really starts growing. Keep it in check, and you'll have a powerful, controlled display instead of chaos. And while trumpet vine brings intensity, the next plant brings something softer, almost dreamlike. At number 7, we have wisteria. This is one of the most visually stunning climbing plants you can grow. Wisteria produces long, cascading clusters of flowers that hang down like waterfalls, usually in shades of lavender, blue, or white. Even in a container, it creates a dramatic, almost fairy tale-like atmosphere. But there's a catch. It requires patience. Young plants might take a little time before they start blooming, but once they do, the display is unforgettable. Give it a large pot, strong support, and plenty of sunlight, and it will reward you year after year. And if you're looking for something exotic and a little unusual, the next plant might be your favorite. At number 8, we have the passion flower vine. This plant looks like it came from another planet. Its flowers are intricate, layered, and incredibly unique, often mixing purples, blues, and whites in patterns that almost don't look real. And it grows fast. In containers, passion flower climbs quickly and produces blooms that attract butterflies and bees, adding movement and life to your space. Even better, some varieties produce edible fruit. So you're not just growing something beautiful, you're growing something useful too. Give it sunlight, a sturdy support, and rich soil, and it will absolutely take off. And if you think that's fast, the next one might be even faster. At number 9, we have the black-eyed Susan vine. This plant is pure energy. Bright yellow or orange flowers with dark centers cover the vine, creating a cheerful, almost playful look. And it grows incredibly quickly. Perfect for trellises, railings, or even hanging baskets, it can transform a dull corner into a bright, lively space in no time. The more sunlight it gets, the more it blooms. Quick tip: pinch back the tips early. This encourages bushier growth and even more flowers. And if you love plants that don't just look good but also smell amazing, the next one is for you. At number 10, we have honeysuckle. This plant combines beauty with fragrance in one of the best ways possible. Its tubular flowers come in soft shades of yellow, orange, and pink, and they release a sweet scent that becomes especially noticeable in the evening. In containers, honeysuckle grows vigorously and climbs easily over any support you give it. It attracts pollinators, adds movement, and turns your space into something that feels alive. Place it near where you sit, and you'll actually experience your garden, not just see it. And now we're getting close to the end, and the next plant adds something unique. It's not just beautiful, it's edible. At number 11, we have Scarlet Runner Bean. This plant is both ornamental and practical. It produces bright red flowers that stand out beautifully against green foliage. But at the same time, it gives you edible beans throughout the season. In containers, it grows quickly and climbs easily, making it perfect for vertical gardening. Give it sunlight, regular watering, and fertile soil, and it will reward you with both beauty and harvest. And here's a tip. Harvest the beans while they're young. This encourages the plant to keep producing more. Now, if you've made it this far, the final plant is worth it, because this one might outgrow everything else on this list. And finally, at number 12, we have Sweet Autumn Clematis. This plant is an absolute powerhouse. It grows fast, really fast. In a container, it can quickly cover trellises, railings, even entire sections of a balcony. But what makes it truly special is what happens later in the season. It explodes into a cloud of tiny white flowers, hundreds, sometimes thousands of them, creating a soft, glowing effect that looks almost unreal. And the fragrance? Light, sweet, and carried through the air. It's the kind of plant that turns heads. Give it sun, regular watering, and don't be afraid to prune it back hard in late winter. That's what keeps it coming back stronger every year. And there you have it. 12 incredible climbing plants that don't just survive in containers, but thrive, grow fast, and completely transform small spaces. From vibrant flowers to lush greenery, from fragrance to edible harvests, there's something here for every kind of space and every kind of gardener. If you found this helpful, go ahead and give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more gardening ideas that actually work. And before you go, I'd love to know which of these plants would you try first. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.